This is what actually helped my body. I'm gonna break it down into 4 parts. Part 1, the diagnosis, the misdiagnosis. Moving on to what steps you can now take in order to make it better for you. Okay, let's get started. Research, tracking, making some non-negotiable changes, and what I wish I knew earlier. So the first part is research, because it is very important. The medical system will fail you. There's just not enough research that's been done on women and our bodies and on uteruses and our ovaries, and anything that we have is done with limited numbers. At this point and stage, it is limited research. Again, it is not a one size fits all, because all our bodies are extremely unique and deserve that care in its own unique form. I'm not saying that you don't need to get medical tests and sonographies and that we don't need doctors. We do need them. I'm just saying for this particular stage, if you're dealing with PCOS or middle schmerz, there is very little research that's been done, and the only form of solution that we do get is in the form of medication, which is hormonal birth control, which is what I spoke about in my first video. Now, if that's the route you don't want to take, I completely understand that, because nor did I. I did not want to get on a bunch of pills at the age of 11, and I still don't. It is a bunch of, we think you should try this, and no one knows for sure. It's all a bunch of trial and error. Now, my take on this is that if you are willing to do trial and error with your own body, why wouldn't you give natural remedies, clean ingredients a chance? If you can take a pill and hope that it works and trust that it will benefit you, why would you not have that same trust in ingredients that were meant to show up for you? Sounds a bit crazy, but that's why I would say doing your own research is very important. Trying to find out people who have been through the same thing, who understand the same thing, or who can talk to you. Very important that we have a community of our own and that we are able to share and talk to each other, because you never know what's out there and you don't know who can help you when and how. That's the beauty of it. Second is to understand cues, why things are happening to you, and maintaining a journal, tracking it, writing it down, kind of gives you a better understanding of your body, which you will need. You will pick up on certain cues. Your doctor might not, or they might negate it. I know how the pain was. I knew what side it used to come on, and it was very difficult to try and explain this to the doctor, because the doctors were kind of like, yes, but it wasn't. Third, there were some non-negotiable changes that I did make to my body that helped. Lastly, I wish I knew earlier.
Good breakfast goes a long way. Your cycle is a vital sign. Skin plus hair changes are hormone messages, not just puberty. Stress affects your cycle more than you think. PCOS and middle schmerz aren't things you fix. They are things you support.
So through this series, I hope to be able to make recipes that will in turn show up for your body. Now, the way to see the quickest change is to be doing these daily. And I would say just start now. Like, you don't have to wait for a specific time in your cycle to be incorporating them into your diet. These are 2 things that I would recommend you see the quickest change in your body within 2 cycles. The first one would be walking 10 to 15 after every meal. This helps stabilize your blood sugar levels because it helps with insulin regulation, which in turn helps blood circulation. All of this is sort of interlinked. You can't really do one thing without doing the other one, but I'm gonna try and make this as simple as possible for you. We're gonna start with flax seeds. So the daily safe amount for consuming flax seeds from ages 20 to 29 is up to 2 tablespoons, which is 22 to 24 grams of ground flax seeds. I would say you could start by taking 1 tablespoon, which is around 12 grams. The best time to consume flax seeds would be in the morning. It would be with your breakfast or the first meal of the day, which is whenever you take it. But I don't understand why you're not taking the first meal of your day as breakfast. You need to be consuming breakfast and you need to be eating regularly. Just saying. What is important to understand that it is a supportive food and it isn't a supplement. Flax seeds is very sensitive to heat. You can bake them, and the optimal temperature for baking is 175 to 180 degrees Celsius. I would suggest making a monthly flax seeds jar. It smells a bit nutty. Really, really nice. This is the flaxseed powder, and This is how it looks. So the way to store it is in the fridge, airtight, and consume within 4 to 6 weeks. And this is what helps protect and preserve the omega-3 oils, which is what you want for your body. Another way that you can consume it is you can boil it for 5 to 7 minutes. I would not personally recommend boiling it more than that because it gets too slimy, too gooey, and it won't be that appetizing to eat, and I don't know what you would put it in. Things that I would avoid with flax seeds is eating them whole. You should always use ground flax seeds, not whole flax seeds. The flax seeds have a very hard outer shell, which your body cannot digest. You're not getting maximum nutrients from it. Eating them at night, you're kind of not letting it work to its fullest potential, because if you eat it in the first thing in the morning, it helps stabilize blood sugar levels. It keeps your insulin regulated, which you kind of need for the whole day. Other than that, eating them alone, it works better with meals. Another thing that's very important is that our bodies respond well to consistency, simplicity, predictable routines. So it is important that you do this daily. For several months, you will see changes. Now you need to be cautious about consuming flax seeds if you have severe digestive issues, if you have bowel obstruction history, if you can't tolerate high fiber foods, and if you're on certain medication. Please do check with a doctor before trying any of these. The other ways that flaxseed shows up for your body is it improves skin hydration, so it helps you achieve a clearer skin. It gives you a healthier scalp, which then helps in reducing hair shedding. It helps with better digestion, therefore less bloating. It gives you stable energy, which means fewer crashes. It helps with less inflammation leading up to your period, which gives you a calmer PMS. My French culinary background taught me technique, but my wellness journey taught me intention. Every ingredient has a functional purpose and benefits. I curate plates and dishes made with intention, care, and technique that show up for your body. This is not just a recipe, it is a way of taking care of your body. Through my recipes, you will be able to help your hormones, your skin, your digestion, and your energy.